Hi, welcome to this assignment video about the first assignment in this MOOC, the pestle analysis. Standing here is Guido. Guido, you've completed the assignment. Perhaps it's good to pick out 3 elements that you have worked out in detail.
Okay, sure. So to start off, maybe the political
What's your business about?
Oh yeah, that might be a better
Yes.
question. My business is about selling virtual currencies for video games.
Yeah.
So online games such as FIFA or RuneScape, you can either play the game to get the coins, or you could buy them for real life money to save time and effort.
Yeah.
So my business model is about buying the coins from cheap sources, for example in Asia, and to sell them here in the Netherlands to
Yeah.
Dutch participants.
So
Yes.
you're reselling these virtual coins.
Yes, exactly.
Good.
Yes. So a political development for this coin selling website could be that they could ban the selling of gold, because the games themselves, they're not very happy that you
Online gold.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
They're not very happy that you sell the gold
No, I can imagine.
for real life money, but the government in the Netherlands, they still allow it. So
Until they see this video, perhaps?
yeah, maybe until then, of course, yes. But as long as it's allowed, I can still use my business model. But if they decide to ban the whole gold selling, then my business model is over.
Okay.
So it's quite a
So that's very clear.
yes, it's a very drastic change. Another example could be economical, but that's more about the wages of people, because most of the gold is made from in Asia.
Yeah.
People, they play the game to make the gold.
Yeah.
And because the gold has a certain value in real life money, it's actually beneficial for the people in Asia to play the game for real life money, since I buy the gold from them.
Okay.
But if the economic growth is bigger and people will start making more money from other jobs, they might
Yeah.
want to have more money from making that gold.
Yeah.
Which would mean that the buying price for my gold, for the in-game gold, would be higher, which would lower my profits.
Yeah, I see.
So that's the
Yeah.
question, if I will still be competitive.
Yeah.
So we'll
Yeah.
have to see. Yes.
Yeah. So that will affect the cost model of
Yes.
the business.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. And the last one is legal issues. So it's quite similar to the political,
Mhm.
since, but in the political it's more about the video game telling the government that they should ban gold selling. In the legal issue, it could be that the video game itself would come to my website without
Okay.
going to the government and telling me,
Yeah.
look, you have a website, we don't allow this, you have to stop doing this, otherwise we take legal action.
Yeah.
So that would be
Yeah. So
also,
here it's about lobbying,
exactly.
political stream,
Yeah,
and here it's about if the law is there,
Yeah.
then maybe they will effectuate it.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So that's it.
Thanks. I think it's very clear. So in this assignment, we focus just on the factors, and the next assignment, the focus is how can you assess whether your business model will still work, will still fly with these changes. So I think we will pick it up there
Yeah.
again, and then
Yes.
we'll discuss that.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Sounds good.
So now for a second example about using the pestle tool, I'm standing here with Martijn. Martijn, you have been working on this parking app and you've done the pestle analysis. Perhaps you can explain what parking is about?
Yes. Parking is a mobile application, and it's designed for citizens in Amsterdam, and it should guide them to a free parking spot in the city center. And normally it's very difficult to find a free parking spot.
Yes, it is.
And parking uses all kinds of data from different sources to process that and to predict where you have the highest chance of finding a free spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Yeah. So what are the 3 most important forces for you?
Well, let's begin with the environmental development. It looks a little silly. Increased air pollution is good for parking. I'll
Wow.
explain why. The municipality
Yeah.
is developing a parking plan with the objective to make the city more cleaner, the city center.
Okay.
So if the air pollution in the city center decreases, the air quality decreases,
Yeah.
then the municipality might want to
Yeah.
speed up the
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah.
And
And they're a sponsor for your
Yes.
business model.
so then the chance that they give a grant to parking becomes greater. So
Yeah.
that's why.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's
Yeah.
hope it doesn't happen. But for
Yeah.
your business, it could be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's correct. And then more simple one, the increased number of car owners. The last couple of years, more citizens bought cars. So the more citizens have a car, the more citizens want to park their car somewhere. So the higher chance that more citizens will use the application. Yes.
Yeah. What about renting cars? Does that have an effect also?
Yes, of course. If tourists come in the city and they want to travel around with the car, then they also can start using the application.
Okay, so that's a social change. Yeah.
And this is also a very important one because it's a very technical application. It uses a lot of different data sources. It has a very a high number of data sources need to process. So
right.
There are a couple of more technological developments. For example, if big data analytics, which is a technique where you can process all the different data, the parking data with, if that becomes better, then we can make more accurate predictions about where free parking spots are.
Yeah.
And also the emergence of sensor technology. That's a technology where the sensor is placed inside a parking spot, so you can know if a car is parked somewhere.
Okay.
So again, that would increase the accuracy of the prediction of free parking spots.
Yeah.
And lastly, you also have overall increased smartphone usage, especially people use it more for navigation nowadays. So then again, it becomes more attractive to switch over to parking. Yeah.
So these are all technologies that drive your business model.
Yes.
If they become better, more advanced, then it's more likely that you can execute what you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay. So we see impacts of this air pollution on the sponsor model. So that's basically on the revenues. It's about the demand, I think. The number of car owners, also the problem becomes greater. And this is more about the execution of the business model.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. You're
I think
welcome.
that gives a good overview. The next step is that's a little bit already in this assignment. How do the different environmental sources affect the business model? And the next step is to do that really in a structured way with the business model stress test. So then we'll see you again.
Okay.
Okay. Good luck with the assignment.